you motherfuckers, your favorite midnight snacks coming off a year-long week. We had some E3 followed up by some EDC and some Prometheus. My body came apart yesterday like an engineer drinking the black goo, the foundations of life. That's about all I talking points today. How do you like that shit? That was sexy, wasn't it? That was all three.
I like the high note on talking points.
E3, we're going to go E3, Prometheus, EDC. First things first, though, welcome to the show, gents. Introduce yourselves to all of our listeners. Go ahead, Ricky. You first.
Hi, I'm Ricky. I've been on the show before. I do the gaming partnerships, get all the cool channels into the network.
My name is Rishi, or R.Chata. First-time guest, long-time listener. I'm the head of affiliate recruitment, and real happy to be here.
Hey, Albert Iskander, head of production services. First time here.
Holy shit, a boss man on the set.
Yes.
Look out. Everyone sit up straight. Before we get started, though, we have a bit of business here. I was just handed this as we started rolling here. Little bit of a tournament going on, video game tournament. Nexus, here's the details. It's coming up soon. It's going to be a 4v4 single elimination, best of 3, and there's 10K on the line. We're doing a little Nexus tournament. Last minute addition to our news lineup. The date is still TBD. It just says coming up soon. So 10K for playing Nexus. Not a bad deal for such a brand new downloadable game. All right, let's start. Let's start right now. E3, let's see. What order did last week go in? It went E3, then we did EDC. It depended. Some people went and saw Prometheus that night it came out. We were already all traveling.
We had a mission to go on. Yeah.
So let's start with E3 then. That was first. Man, that was a long week.
Yes.
You guys. Jeez.
Yeah.
Counting, and because for us, E3 runs for pre-E3 adds about 2 weeks on the front end of that. So
It does.
The show itself, what did you guys love? Let's talk about what you guys loved at E3 specifically. Albert.
Well, I actually got to go to all the press conferences with Hundar, and I did not love the Nintendo press conference.
No,
that
he
was
did.
a snoozer.
Yeah.
They were treating us like we're 5, and the Wii U, I'm not really impressed. Except for the zombie game looked cool, but I think I'm done with Nintendo. Like, I bought the Wii, I never played it. I never bought the 3DS. Like, I think it's done. It's the next Sega to me.
Yeah. I don't know. You think they're gonna fail with the? I don't know. You think they're gonna fail? They're just sitting like Scrooge McDuck doing backstrokes through their money bin, though.
The
right?
new Super Mario Brothers game for the Wii U looks exactly like the one on the DS. Why the fuck am I getting a brand new console that's beefed up and it's the same fucking game? I'm not. But Sony was awesome.
You're not getting it.
No, Sony was awesome. I was really impressed. Last of Us looks amazing. I'm super excited to play that game and beyond. That was a nice little surprise for us right at the get-go. So it was not a boring press conference. It was short. They showed a bunch of games. Microsoft, and other Gears of War. I didn't see that coming.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. They ended with Black Ops. Like, we know that game's coming out. That was your big surprise. It's on both consoles. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
All right. Damn. Albert dropping the hammer.
He was coming out.
Rishi, what do you got?
I have to agree with Albert that I was kind of disappointed with the whole Wii U thing. But essentially, though, really big fan of. I also thought it was a really bold move on Ubisoft's end to be saying that, you know what, we're doing Assassin's Creed till we hit 10. That's a bold statement, but with the way they showed off Assassin's Creed 3, and if they keep that up, you know, they'll be pretty successful with the whole run, I think. So that was awesome. And then checking out, you know, Last of Us, and then also, you know, I mean, there's just so much stuff that's coming out this year. I'm really excited for Black Ops 2, especially all the stuff that you got to cover, and watching you do the stuff on the live stream was awesome. So really excited for that.
What if they keep doing 2 and 3 miniature Assassin's Creeds between the official sequels? There's going to be like 80 games. Like the Brotherhoods and all this.
And there's DLC for all of them too. Oh,
Yeah,
keep
exactly.
it going.
That's gonna be a lot of Assassin's Creed.
Speaking of Ubisoft,
I'm a little
Splinter
jelly
Cell
because
was cool.
Assassin's Creed sort of has crapped on my Splinter Cell, but we'll talk about Splinter Cell sort of coming back. What were you saying, Albert?
No, I was just saying, speaking of Ubisoft, Splinter Cell looked fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah. Ubisoft's Ubisoft's press conference was dope.
Yep.
Yeah, their setup was great at E3 too. It was,
Ricky, what did you dig?
I'm a huge Xbox fan, so I liked all the Microsoft stuff, except for being able to control with your voice and hands. I couldn't care less about
Yes.
doing that. I'm excited about NHL and NBA TV coming to it.
Nice.
The South Park game has me really excited. I'm going to be stoked for that when it comes out. And I think all I did at E3 was I played Forza like 10 times because I couldn't play anything else. The line for too long.
Were you wandering? You were roaming,
Yeah, I was
right?
just like wandering around, looking at stuff, and being like, I said last night to my roommates, it was like going to a convention where they just show pictures of food, and you can wait 2 hours to have a sample.
Right.
But I'd rather just sit down and have a full meal, so I can wait.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite part was the Machinima party with Mixmaster Mike. That was that was the best part of the
he
week.
was killing it.
He was
huh?
killing it.
Yeah,
was
that
in
was
there-
fun.
Yeah.
And that one bartender that was losing her mind and she
the
got
one that-
fired.
Yeah, she got fired. She grabbed someone
That
from the
was
company and
rich.
made out with them, which was pretty
He
cool.
works for this company, just to let you know.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
In that case.
We will not name him.
How did we not even talk about Halo 4? I mean, that was pretty awesome too. I got to admit.
wait, hold on. Halo 4, hold on. I went up to this bartender chick and I ordered a Jack and Coke and I got a vodka and Coke, right? Which is, I've never tried that before. It's
disgusting.
Tasted like I was siphoning a gas tank. I'm like, okay. So I thought the next time around, I would order a vodka and Coke and see if my psychological experiment would yield a Jack and Coke.
Yeah.
I got a glass of champagne.
Yeah.
And I
Fantastic.
ordered a vodka and Coke. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she has the wheel back there.
And
she's
then,
just
and then I
spinning
was
it.
like, you know what? I'm just gonna stick with sucking water out of the bathroom sinks
Yeah.
because this woman can't be trusted. Next
we know
thing I
when she
know,
got
she's gonna
fired.
stick a
Yeah.
needle of heroin in my neck.
I asked for a screwdriver and just got straight vodka, which was a win for me, I guess.
You see, guys, when you ask for a beer, you get a beer. Learn from Ricky.
I don't
That's
want
right.
it.
Yeah.
I want
can't
her.
fuck
I
that
want
up.
her surprise drinks. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
God.
Well, somewhere she's turning in applications right now, so good luck to her. Yeah, so Halo 4 looks awesome.
Yeah.
Super fun. Fuck segues. All right, so yeah, we did actually get to play, by the end of E3, we did actually get to play some Halo 4, by the way, BT dub, and it, man, sexy, so sexy. It feels spot on.
I'm excited for it.
And all the stuff that I was afraid of it's being imported from the COD series that we've seen, like loadouts and perks and stuff like that. It actually felt okay. So
That's good.
Anyway, all right, we're gonna move on real quick because we're short on time today. We're gonna go to Prometheus right now, which came out last week. Caused a lot of flap, a lot of nerd anger, because people are like, this is nonsense. This isn't the aliens that I love, and other people are like, fuck it. I thought it was awesome, or why are you so mad? It's just a movie. Rishi, did you see it yet?
I'm going to see it tomorrow.
You're seeing it tomorrow. Ricky, Albert, you
Yep.
guys have
Saw
it
it.
under the belt, right?
Yes, sir.
I saw it as well. All right, so Rishi, I
Spoilers.
apologize in
Yeah.
advance for the
Spoilers
spoilers.
incoming.
I've come to terms with it.
Welcome to the show.
I'm well okay with that. I've come to terms with it, and I'm still excited to see the movie. So just as someone from the outside, kind of watching everybody else bitching and moaning or, parading about it, I'm still excited to see the movie. I think,
Yeah.
they have a lot of great actors in it. I'm a big fan of Ridley Scott and big fan of Idris Elba, too. So, I'm hoping he's not the black guy that dies
Yeah.
first. And,
You like? Do you like The Wire?
I did. I love The Wire.
So good.
So-
One of the best TV shows ever.
Hands
I think.
down.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
All right, so Prometheus. First off,
yeah.
what'd you guys think?
I liked it.
Yeah?
I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard a lot of nerd anger, and I saw it last night. I'm like, what were they complaining?
That's
about?
what I think helped me
Yeah.
with the movie was that I heard so much outrage that I was like,
Who did you hear outrage from?
One was
Reddit.
you.
Machinima people,
The internet.
yeah. And then Sark saw it and came back and was like, well, I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want to spoil it. And then cut to
I'm
15
surprised
minutes
you
later when,
understood me.
when he's saying everything
I'm
about
surprised
the
you
movie.
understood me with the barrel of the shotguns in my mouth. Yeah, so I went to see it. I walked out of the theater and I was like, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then I was in my car and I was like, but wait, that was that one thing though was sort of weird. Then I'm getting close to home and I'm like, oh, that other thing was kind of, that was lame. But other than those things, it was awesome. And I go in, I'm having dinner and I'm like, what the fuck was the deal with that thing? And by the time I go to bed, I'm like, fuck that movie. Fuck that movie.
So let's
Ridley Scott hit a home run. It's Rishi. It's like pouring candy into your eyeballs.
Yeah,
I'm all
it's
about
so
it.
Visually,
fucking,
it's unbelievable.
it's so
like,
fucking
yeah,
good
it was great. I didn't see it. Did you see it in 3D?
By the way, before we
No,
continue,
yeah, me
I
neither.
didn't see it either. Before we continue, if you don't want to hear any spoilers, you might want to skip this part of the video. There's links in the description to get you through to the other chunk.
I can't skip this part, so
Rishi's stuck.
Cover
Don't
your
be a
ears.
Fuck
Rishi.
you, Rishi.
All right, you guys saw it in 3D.
No,
Shot-
2D.
we
2D.
do not.
I
2D. I
am
saw
not
it
a
on
fan
2D.
of 3D at
Yeah.
all.
I'm
Refuse
kind of
to see
bummed that I didn't because he did shoot it in 3D. It wasn't converted, so from what I hear, the 3D is like stellar. But here's the sitch. Here's the lowdown. Oh my God, I'm starting to sweat just thinking about this. So this is not it's emphatically been described as not a prequel. This is not a prequel, which I'll call a little bullshit on, but it doesn't connect. When they say that, they mean that it doesn't connect directly to the beginning of Alien or the rest of the series, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not setting up the series. It does happen in the same universe, and it does happen before, but it's not a direct prequel. There's a lot of nerd hate going on because of, well, fuck, there's so many little things.
Yeah.
The movie's gorgeous. There's just things in it that don't make sense according to the rules established by the rest of the franchise. And so that is where the nerd anger comes from. It's like, what the fuck? Like that's not how it worked in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Or why'd you set up, more questions than answers in this, which is not always a bad thing. But in my case, I'm gonna, and who the fuck am I to do this? Because I've never written a movie, but the Lindelof screenwriter, this just has so many essences of Lost in it, where it's like I feel like the dude has brilliant ideas, and then he stops mid sentence, where it's like there's a goo. And the engineers use it on themselves and sacrifice themselves to form the foundations of life, man. And Ridley Scott's like, that's fucking brilliant, mate, or whatever. I don't know, whatever. But then there's never like the end of that sentence that explains like beyond that scene how it all works. But anyway, those are my issues from like 10,000 feet. Is I feel like there's so many things. And that Red Letter Media video, by the way, we'll put a link in the description. It's on YouTube. Is a sort of fun take, which I found, by the way, looking at Damon Lindelof's Twitter feed, and he was sort of doing a addressing the haters evening on Twitter, and he actually linked it out and called it genius and said out of the 60 questions he could answer 4 of them or whatever. But go click that click that link, check out the video, and it's like literally all these questions about like what does all this mean? And I have no assurance watching the movie that they know. So anyway, the more I thought about it, the more I was coming up with these questions before I ever saw that video. And then I was like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, they nailed
And this
it with
whole
that video.
space Jesus thing, Ridley said in an interview, for a while we considered, that Jesus was an emissary assigned or sent by the engineers. And then when we killed him, they were upset, and I'm like, fuck off. That's not, there has to be something in the movie.
Yeah.
If it's not in the movie, it's not canon. Fuck off. Somebody else talk. for a second.
I was confused with the first scene where the guy eats the thing and just dissolves in the water. Like,
he's-
what was that about? Somebody explain that to me.
A lot of
All
that
right,
movie's
so at that-
interpretation, I think.
Yeah, at that
so-
point, the way I saw it was he's sipping the goo and sacrificing himself to seed life on that
Yeah.
planet, which may or may not have been Earth.
Yeah, that's
That's what I got out of it. So it fell into the water and it mixed with his genes, and then DNA happened, and I guess
Yeah, same thing with the
Life.
when the guy got poisoned with the black goo. I felt like that was I don't know why he knew that they were gonna have sex that night, but I'm pretty sure he thought, you know, hey, we're on a new planet, let's celebrate by having sex. So I pictured that as being like, okay, we're gonna get these people producing our kind and then send them back to Earth, so
Yeah.
that we can take over, because they only had one ship and one captain to go back. So
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of sexual hubris.
What a shitty plan from such an advanced species.
yeah.
Anyway, feel free to discuss in the comments.
How it wasn't supposed to do a Aliens prequel type lead-in or whatever, and then at the end it just goes, look, yeah,
Yeah, it's like aliens.
yeah. So it couldn't get any less obvious.
Yeah, so feel free to discuss in the comments thoughts on Prometheus. It could wildly swing in either way. I liked it. It stung. Whatever, you know. I look forward to reading all the comments on this. I think we're going to take a real quick break, if that's cool with you guys.
Sure.
And just throw on the Ray-Ban Wayfarers there one more time. We're going to take a real quick break. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to talk to the camera crew for a minute. Go ahead and step offside. We're going off the air right now. We'll be right back. Oh, my God. Yeah, let's do this. Let's hop in here.
Can I fuck with the cameras while
they're
over there?
Yeah, you should. You guys, for a second, you guys run cameras. If you're cool, is that cool with you guys? Okay. I just want to get to know our crew a little bit better.
Hey,
Slap on these earphones,
All right.
earphones, headphones.
What's
going on?
These work well?
What's up,
What up?
dudes?
How's it going?
What was your name?
That sounded like.
Wow, look at that shit.
Max.
You got it.
I know Don Rubes.
How's it going,
Oh
sir?
my God, Mike, how you doing?
Guys. What's
up, dude?
Young MC.
Is it weird to be on this side of the camera?
Yeah, it's a little weird. I'm sweating right now.
Terrifying. What are you guys doing?
It's a lot brighter
this
over here.
Whatever this knob does, it's making it really
Don't sweat it,
I
Mike.
can't do that, dude.
Okay.
I can't.
Mess with that one.
Don't out of focus
You
that
don't
shit.
want it. Yeah.
These guys
touch
are
the-
professionals.
Yeah.
Don't sweat it.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Two out of three of them
It's not a
run
mixer,
cameras
guys. It's
professionally.
not a
you don't want
turntable.
So
That's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
So what'd you guys get up to this weekend? Did you see Prometheus?
I did see Prometheus. Did you? You didn't see it? He didn't have time.
What'd you think?
He was too hungover.
Did you love it or did you nerd rage?
I liked it.
Yeah?
I kind of had the same experience that you had when I got out, and I was like, what was that? What
There
was
we
that
go.
about? What is that about? But I still, overall, it was a good movie.
I like this Max guy, Don Rubes.
Maximilian? Yeah,
job.
he's
That works.
freelancing.
Max a trillion.
Max a trillion.
Haven't heard that one before.
Playing on the words with
Yeah.
my mouth.
He's good times.
Mike, what'd you get up to?
I'm very boring. I don't think I did anything this weekend.
Sweet. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Don? No, that's enough, Max. We're good.
We had a good time in Vegas, EDC.
You
shit
were
was
running with us.
fucking legit.
Yep.
Had a good time
Yeah, it
with
was
you guys.
intense.
Hung out with probably like 18 people.
I want to give Mike one more chance here.
All right,
Mike,
go. Young Michael.
just what'd you get up to this weekend?
Oh, well, let's see. I went house hunting.
Yeah, House Hunters. One of my favorite shows, by the way.
Yeah.
I watched that show. Oh, we're back.
Oh,
We're back
that's
at
it.
10.
Ah.
Good talking to you guys. Swap out.
Fine.
Probably fucked up our camera.
5, 4,
Go.
3, 2. Welcome back to Radio Respawn. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with the cameras because we just had to talk with the camera crew while our esteemed panel of judges. Man, this is the sticks. I'm sure it's all good, right, you guys? Yeah, you white balance on the green mic, Ricky,
Yes, I
like you
did,
said.
yeah.
Okay, all right, that's what I like. Let's make some 3D. Let's make this. Let's shoot this in 3D for a change. God damn it. God damn it, I can't talk like that. For too long.
Jerk up.
Oh, it's so good once it touches your lips. All right, we're 2 out of 3 down. Prometheus and E3. Let's talk EDC. We got a bunch of EDM heads. Yeah.
That was
We got all 4 of us and Don Rubes.
Maybe
Canal.
maybe Canal.
And about 10 others.
If he was
producer
present.
Mondo,
If
who's
he was
not on
present.
camera right now. We're at EDC. We hopped straight out of E3, went to Vegas for this big electronic festival, and just rocked it for 3 solid days.
Yeah.
It's
I would be more enthusiastic on camera right now if I wasn't so completely dead tired.
Yeah. Same here, man. Yesterday, my body just shut down.
Yep.
I started I was having a fever. It was terrible.
Yeah.
I got a fever, and the only cure for that fever is more electrolytes. Yeah, we hit it hard. So right out of E3, traveled to Vegas. I drove. We all drove.
we all
Yep.
drove.
I rode.
Mondo drove
along.
for us.
Yeah.
And that first night was probably my favorite.
Really?
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the most energy that night because
Yeah.
by Sunday I was just ready to go. I remember going up to you Sunday at like 4 a.m. being like, "Don't you think it's time we go to sleep yet?"
And all I said was like, so we roll into EDC. Let's talk about it like it's E3.
Okay.
Who, by the way, before we do that, Rishi, I'm gonna say Rishi's our resident expert.
Yes.
Because this dude's an aspiring DJ. You know every song the second you hear the beat come up in the mix.
Just
So
even
it's
the
like,
ting of it, you know?
Yeah.
It's
I always just check like Rishi's face, and if he's like, I'm like, all right, this is gonna be a good song.
I'll point it out too. I'll call you guys. I'll be like, Sark! Sark!
He was the
was our
Pied
guy.
Piper.
Yeah.
He was in the front of the line like, "We're going to see Thomas Gold." Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so who won EDC for you?
Best of show, definitely got to give it to Thomas Gold. I am a huge Thomas Gold fan from day one since I've heard, his mashup he did for Rolling in the Deep was amazing, and then he just kept on going from there. And this is my second time seeing him, but this time it just blew it out of the water. I remember on Friday, I was like, guys, we have to see Thomas Gold. We have to see Thomas Gold. And I think only like one or two other people in the group were like, oh yeah, for sure. And everybody else is like, who the fuck is Thomas Gold? Like, who the fuck is this guy? And like, I was like, dude, just trust me. And I brought you guys over there, and then he was just playing banger after banger after banger. And I was getting tired too, and I had to sit down for a minute. But then, like Sark was saying, I heard a little bit of just the lyrics of the beginning of his remix of The Wave by Mike Snow. And I just jumped up and I was like, everybody needs to fucking listen right now. This shit is about to go down. And he brings out a fucking drum
Yes.
line.
Yeah, that
and then
was
he
awesome.
just, when the drum line came, I lost my shit. And just, it was crazy. And then he did it again for his last song too, which is a remix he did for Adele, Set Fire to the Rain. It's just, oh my God, the energy and just, I was a little bummed at the fact that they did not put him on the main stage, but I loved exactly where we were because it wasn't on the
Yeah, it was
grass.
great.
You know,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
could like hang out. But he definitely stole the show. Honorary mention's going to go to, Kazette, Chucky, Sebastian Ingrosso, and definitely Dirty South, who I felt had the most emotional set because he uses a lot of build-ups, a lot of melodic beats, and just it's very emotional when you listen to his stuff. So
You are such an EDM nerd. Oh my
I'm
God.
sitting over here, pull my glasses up.
There was a lot of emotions were running hot. Albert, what about you?
I like Thomas Gold. That was really, really awesome and a great way to start EDC. That was day one for us. And I really liked Laid Back Luke.
Yeah.
He kicked ass. That was day 3.
Ricky, what,
Yeah.
what was your tops?
Friday night, I thought Knife Party really got the whole weekend started. Like, it was an amazing set, super high energy.
Yes.
That night, the Thomas Gold, obviously, everyone's already talked about that. Above and Beyond was amazing that night. Kazette, which Reese's PCC. That should be your DJ name.
No, it's
It was Kazette, which you showed me. That was an unbelievable set. And then Chase and Status, or Chase and Status, which everyone...
or as I recall
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham. Jason Statham's great.
Rishi'd be like, we're gonna go watch Jason Statham, Jason Status. And I'd be like, Jason Statham is spinning? Oh my God, that's awesome. He's a DJ? Yeah, Jason Statham he's over there. I'm like, fucking the transporter? Wait, let's go.
Yeah,
But
man,
they killed it.
That was an
Is
amazing
it two
set.
dudes or is it one dude named Jason
It's
Status?
two dudes, but it was just, I think, one guy spinning there, and
Got
then
it.
his, which you're not a fan of, I heard earlier, and then I'm also not a fan of the hype man who stands in the front and kind of like
Yeah.
raps, but you
Yeah.
can't understand what he's saying.
By the 8th time of him saying like, "Let me see your fucking hands," I'm like, I'm gonna put my balls in the air for you. You're gonna see like a sea of hands and then like one pair of testicles.
Yeah, and then Porter Robinson closing it out. I really wanted to stay and see Dada Life, but I was just completely
Yeah, that
wrecked
was at
by
the
it.
tail end of so. By the way, EDC runs from about 7
doors open to 7?
to 5:30 a.m. So
Yeah, we
get
saw
there,
the sun. We saw the sunrise every morning. I think.
Yeah, you get there as the sun is setting, and you basically bail as it comes up. So
Yeah.
we left one set early on Saturday we did
Sunday.
or Sunday,
Yeah.
because we were
I just wanted
done.
to sleep.
I
wanted to sleep
done.
so bad.
By about 5:30, you're seeing about 60,000 girls doing like the biggest walk of shame possible. It's glorious.
It's the saddest thing when you're in the parking lot afterwards because everyone's
Yeah.
just so happy all night, and then you're walking to the car and it's just people
just
beaten
stringy
by the wind
hair,
and dirt, and
like
just,
pasties like hanging off the
Yeah.
nips, and it's not even cool.
Yeah.
You're like, oh God.
And it sucks when your cell phone dies and you're a girl and you're asking for help, and then some asshole just totally blows you off.
Yeah, Rishi thought these girls were trying to sell him cell phones. And
I
it was
do
their cell
remember.
phones were dead, and he thought they were trying to sell them.
Fuck off!
No, fuck you! Like, hey, can you help me? I'm dying.
Yeah.
And my phone is.
This
dead
is how
and-
it played out. The girl's like, do any of your guys' cell phones have battery power left? We need to call our friend. And Rishi goes, no, I'm not interested in whatever the fuck you're selling. Completely misunderstood. We've forgiven you, though. So, and this is your penance, your public penance.
I have to do it.
Somewhere that girl may hear from a bro friend who listens to this show.
Yeah.
That hey, that dude that blew you off in the parking lot.
He just didn't
feels bad.
understand. Yeah.
I'm really sorry, ladies. I hope you see this. And, if I ever do see you again, I'll be more than happy to give you my phone and my number because you guys were pretty cute. I just wasn't happy.
He just wasn't having it at 5 in the morning.
Can you guys help us? Fuck off! Not interested. I'm gonna respond to that when people ask me for help. Not interested. Like, I'm not interested in whatever you're trying.
Whatever
to
help
get me
you're
to
trying
do.
to
I want nothing to do with that.
All right. We got to wrap this thing up, you guys. That covers everything. We've got a Nexus tournament coming up. 10K on the line. E3 was awesome. Prometheus was awesome for a minute, and then EDC was awesome.
See you guys at Nocturnal
lot of
in
awesome.
September.
Yeah.
Yeah, more shows coming up. All right, we're
shows coming.
gonna bring this thing to a screeching halt right now. Are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
That's about it for Radio Respawn, all you motherfuckers. That's a lot of badass in one 30, 40, 50-minute show. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, we're gonna pull the plug on this right now. Thanks to the camera crew for popping out to have a chat with me. I mean the radio technical crew for popping on and chatting with us for a moment. We love you guys. Peace out. Thanks to my host. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening, not watching, because it's a radio show, not a video.